I just want people to know that I'm here and, God sent me. I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. I'm a junior in high school. I'm 18 years old and I'm going to be around the senior circuit for a long, long time.
High school wrestlers are beginning to take over American wrestling. The 2025 U.S. Open provided clear evidence of a generational shift. For decades, high school prodigies have made headlines. Wrestlers like Spencer Lee, Gable Steveson, and Aaron Pico showed early signs of greatness. However, they primarily dominated their age divisions before transitioning to senior-level success. The current wave is different. Today's high school wrestlers are not waiting until college to compete at the highest level. They are entering senior-level tournaments and winning matches against experienced, credentialed athletes. The U.S. Open demonstrated this new reality. The senior division is reserved for the world team members and Olympic hopefuls. Despite the level of competition, a high school junior, Jax Forrest, emerged as one of the weekend's standout performers. Forrest did not merely survive against older, stronger competition. He imposed his style, scored offensively, and consistently wrestled with the composure of a seasoned veteran. There has been a larger trend among elite high school wrestlers who train year-round in advanced environments and are prepared to compete against adults well before stepping onto a college mat. This new generation is not defined by potential. They are defined by immediate results. The rise of high school wrestlers in American senior-level competition is being led by a small but extremely talented group. Some names include Jax Forrest, Bassett, and Marcus Blaze. Each athlete represents a new model for early success, defined by professional training habits, international experience, and an aggressive style suited for senior-level wrestling. Competing in the senior division at 61 kilograms, Forrest won the bracket, defeating seasoned college wrestlers and established senior athletes. His offense was relentless. Forrest attacked consistently from neutral, displayed elite hand-fighting skills, and maintained composure even in close matches. His scrambling ability, combined with precision finishes on leg attacks, allowed him to score against opponents with far more physical maturity and experience. Forrest's performance at the U.S. Open confirmed that he is not simply a future prospect. He is already capable of impacting major senior-level events. Bassett also continues to establish himself as one of the best young wrestlers in the country. Bassett has been a known name since winning a cadet world championship and earning national attention for his maturity and technical skills at a young age. His training environment has been professional for years, splitting time between his high school commitments and high-level freestyle training at Senior Regional Training Center. Bassett has the physicality and pace needed to compete with older athletes. His underhook series, strong positioning, and mat awareness are clear advantages. Although he did not win his U.S. Open bracket, Bassett's ability to control ties and score in critical moments confirmed that he is not far from consistently beating senior-level opponents. Marcus Blaze, another elite high school competitor, showcased his progression as well. Blaze has a unique combination of athleticism and technical discipline. His hand fighting has rapidly improved, and he excels at creating angles without exposing himself to counters. At the U.S. Open, Blaze competed with poise, minimizing mistakes and showing he can stay competitive against seasoned veterans. His ability to wrestle through every position, from scrambles to mat returns, indicates a level of development usually seen only after years of college wrestling. Blaze's continued improvement points toward an even higher ceiling as he gains more senior-level experience. These athletes represent the forefront of a movement. Their performances at the U.S. Open were not isolated moments of success. They are the product of long-term preparation. Importantly, their rise is not purely based on raw talent. Each wrestler has spent years building technical foundations, refining positioning, and developing match-winning skills under real pressure. This level of preparation has allowed them to bypass the traditional slow transition into senior-level wrestling that most athletes require. Another critical factor is physical development. Many top high school wrestlers, including Forrest, Bassett, and Blaze, have benefited from structured strength and conditioning programs designed specifically for wrestling. Combined with the increasingly common practice of academic redshirting or holding athletes back a year for athletic development, these wrestlers are often physically closer to collegiate athletes than their listed high school grade might suggest. As a result, Wrestlers labeled as juniors or seniors in high school are frequently 18 or even 19 years old, ages traditionally associated with college freshmen or sophomores. This age adjustment is not unique to wrestling. Other sports such as football, basketball, and hockey have also embraced redshirting at the youth and high school levels. However, its impact in wrestling is particularly noticeable because of the physical demands of competing against fully developed adult athletes. Holding back a year provides several advantages. Athletes gain additional time to mature physically, allowing them to compete more effectively against stronger opponents. They also benefit from another year of technical development, gaining hundreds of additional mat hours in elite training environments. For many wrestlers, this extra time can be the difference between merely qualifying for senior-level events and actually contending for titles. This practice has helped narrow the physical gap that historically separated high school competitors from senior-level wrestlers. Instead of 16 or 17-year-olds facing off against 24 and 25-year-olds, many of today's top high school wrestlers are nearly the same age as first and second-year college athletes. While age is a factor, it does not diminish the level of skill and composure being displayed. Wrestling at the senior level requires more than physical maturity. It demands the ability to execute under pressure, adjust to different styles, and maintain a relentless pace for 6 full minutes. The trend toward holding athletes back is likely to continue. As the competition for college scholarships and senior-level opportunities intensifies, families and coaches will continue to prioritize long-term development over early graduation. For the sport of wrestling, the result is a new generation of athletes who are more physically prepared, technically sound, and mentally hardened before ever stepping foot into an NCAA lineup. The 2025 U.S. Open demonstrated the effectiveness of this model. High school athletes are no longer at a disadvantage simply because of their age or grade level. They are entering senior tournaments not as underdogs, but as legitimate threats. The emergence of high school wrestlers at the senior level is not an isolated phenomenon. It is the result of a fundamental shift in the American wrestling system. In previous generations, most wrestlers developed through a traditional model: youth tournaments, high school competition, then significant technical and physical growth during their college years. The expectation was that true senior-level competitiveness would not begin until an athlete's early to mid-20s. Today, that model has been disrupted. The rise of year-round training academies, regional training centers, and elite club programs has created an environment where high school wrestlers have access to senior-level coaching, resources, and competition opportunities long before reaching college. Top high school wrestlers now train alongside NCAA champions, world team members, and Olympians on a regular basis. They are exposed to advanced techniques, high-intensity drilling, and the mental preparation necessary for international success. The gap between junior-level and senior-level competition is shrinking because wrestlers are learning senior-level styles and systems at a much younger age. Additionally, there is a greater emphasis on freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling during developmental years. Rather than focusing solely on folk style, which dominates American scholastic wrestling, many of the current high school stars have extensive experience competing internationally. They are fluent in the rules, tactics, and scoring strategies of international wrestling, skills that give them a critical advantage when transitioning to senior-level events like the U.S. Open. Strength and conditioning programs have also evolved. Wrestling-specific physical development now starts in middle school or earlier for elite athletes. Customized strength, flexibility, and endurance training are standard for serious competitors. This has accelerated the physical readiness of high school wrestlers, allowing them to match up against fully mature adults in both strength and stamina. Another key factor is access to competition. Elite high school wrestlers now travel nationally and internationally year-round, facing the best talent from other regions and countries. Regular exposure to high-level competition forces technical and mental growth that cannot be replicated in local or regional tournaments. By the time they step into a senior-level bracket, many have already competed in dozens of nationally ranked events and world-level tournaments. As more programs adopt this model, the expectation for young wrestlers will continue to rise. In the near future, it may become normal to see high school athletes contending for world team spots, winning national tournaments, and establishing senior-level careers before ever wrestling an NCAA match. American wrestling is entering a new era. one defined by early professionalism, relentless development, and immediate results. The performances of Jax Forrest and Marcus Blaze at the 2025 US Open are not isolated moments. They are signs of a broader movement that is reshaping American wrestling. High school wrestlers are no longer seen as future prospects. They are emerging as immediate contenders at the senior level. Through advanced training systems, international competition experience, strategic athletic development, and early exposure to senior-level environments, the best young wrestlers in the United States are accelerating their paths to the top. The traditional timeline for success has been permanently altered. No longer is it necessary to spend years developing through the college system before making an impact on the senior stage. The line between high school and world-class competition is disappearing. Most importantly, it signals that American wrestling is entering its most competitive and dynamic era yet. The next generation is not waiting. They are here, and they are ready to win now.